Well, hello again. Another little short video. I haven't been doing much really on my own layout or with Railmaster as such. Nothing's been happening at the moment. There's one little thing, but I can't show you. It's still top secret, but I have been having people bringing me problems. One of them is mainly the HM7000 decoders. What it was, how it started with me, this particular logo here, been running for 2 weeks since I had it, no problem at all. Came up the next morning, it wouldn't start, it wouldn't run, it wouldn't do nothing. So what I actually did is I took it downstairs, put it on the program track, changed it from Bluetooth to DCC so that I could actually run it on check it on the program track. I then go to here, find the logo on here, which actually is down here somewhere. There's network rail, that one there. I then go down here and check that there, and then I click on this and it'll read me the 30 CBs. Then I know that it is actually not the chip that's gone as such, by finding all the readings. So this one is number 19. So what I do then is go to 8 and put in 8 and I rewrite 8. Then that resets it back to the default of 3. What I do then is I then check it on the, I check it then to a normal track plan power, and what I do then is I actually check it that on 3 that it operates. Once I've done that, I can do that, so I just go on there and do this. I'll just do it from here and now and do this. Here it is. So then I know it's working. On 3. I get a little test run on my test track that it's operating and everything's going, no problem at all. I'll turn that off for now. Then what I do is put it back on the program track, change it back to what the ID of it is, which is 19, put it back on the normal track, check it again, it works, bring it up here. That was over a month ago and that is still now no problem. It's the only one I've ever had that's failed like that anyhow. Since then, I've had six more since mine, 6 more that have gone failed. I was in the Hobby railway shop, which is my normal. I'm usually in there on Tuesday mornings for a few hours. And there's a chap there with the new Flirt. And theirs had just packed up, like mine did, as I just showed you. So what we did, while I was in the shop, we put it on DCC, changed CB8 to 8, did a reset, checked it on 3, it went back to 3, checked it on 3, that it run on 3 and everything, the sounds come on, then changed it back to ID of 19 or whatever it might have been, and it run perfect, no problem after that. I did another one as well, a little shunter as well, for Steve as well. Now, one thing is when you're doing these things is when you first do the initial link, you'll get an email with a reset code. Do not use that reset code. That will set the decoder back to 0 with no sound, no nothing. If you do it the way I've just done it, is by putting it on DCC, put it on a program track, CB8, change it to 8, do a rewrite on it, make sure it comes up as 3, which is the default figure, then check it on a normal track, put it back on the program track, put it back to the ID that you want it to be, check it again and it should work. So this one has worked perfect since I did that one reset. So that's something you've got to be aware of when you're playing with those decoders. So that was one thing that I had coming to me. Another one was, I had a chap, he rang me up. I've dealt with him over the past years, I've done with him. and he says, I can't get Railmaster to fire up at all. So I tried it 2 or 3 times, no, it wouldn't go. I checked everything. I checked the INI file, I checked this, that and another thing. Hang on a minute. And what it actually is if you go to here, for a minute, go down here and go to Task Manager there. What you've got here is all the things in your computer that are running live or not running live, and there is Railmaster sitting at the top here. You might find it down the bottom here, but there it is. And all you do is right click on it and it say, do you want to exit? And what you do then is you click on that and it then shuts it off. Then all you got to do then is, if you do this, you'll get your Railmaster back again. It was as easy as that. But say it took me a little while to figure out why it wasn't firing up, because I've never had one fail like that before, and that's what it is. Go to that Task Manager, check that it's running, just turn it, because what you've got one running in the background, and you can't run Railmaster twice, you can only run it once. So that's why that did that. When I was talking to him, one thing is that when I brought it back, his track layout was enormous. You couldn't, even in 50%, you couldn't get it all on one screen. There's another half down here. I got all the track plan back, no problem at all, but he got no locos. Now, if you go into your files of Railmaster, you'll find what all your track plans is. You've got the Hornby ones and the one you named your track plan. You'll also find one called resource.mdb. That is your locos. Now what you've got to do is you need to, if you've got normal Railmaster, to copy your track plan and your resource file, which is your locos, onto a disk or memory stick, or any programs that you made, such as I've got on here like this, onto there, because if this thing crashes, you've lost everything. You've got to start all over again. So if you've got them there, you can always put them back. If you haven't got them, you'll lose it forever. Anyway, I was talking to him and I was showing him how to do the backing up of these particular files. So I said, have you got a memory stick or a disk we can use? He says, yeah, I've got a memory stick. So we put it in and I clicked on the memory stick, and in that memory stick there was a Railmaster resource file. So hang on. So what I did then is I copied it from the memory stick onto his document file, from his document file into Railmaster, clicked on Railmaster, it fired up and all his locos come back. He'd got a lot of locos, so that saved him a lot of work. So that was where I found out to do that. Now then, if you've got normal Railmasters, as I've said, you've got to copy them in one at a time like that. But if you've got the Pro, which this is, I've got a disc sitting in there already, which I've got two, one for here and one for downstairs. Now every time I do new programs, new locos, anything like that, any alteration up here, I bring that disc up here and do this and do a program with it. And what I do with that, if you go to the question mark there, go down to the square one here like this, like that. You can hear the disc clicking up. It's found the E file, which is that's the drive there. What you do then is you click on this and let it run like this. See, now it's doing it. Wait for it to finish. Don't do it beforehand, or you'll lose everything of it. Wait till it settles. No, it hasn't finished yet. You've got to listen for it, make sure it's just finished. There we are, see, it's still running up. Copying. And once you've done that, you click out of that. What you can do then, if you look on here, if I come down here now and go down here, there's the disc there. If I double click on it, there's the Railmaster backup. And there are all my files on Railmaster, look. All my station announcements, everything is sitting in there. Look at them. And there's the layouts there. See, there's my track plan there. If you go down there, there's resource file. So they're all sitting there now. So you know you're saved. So that's one thing you can actually do. Sorry about this cough. Right. So that was another one I actually did. But say, I get all sorts of problems coming my way. But the main thing is I can do it by doing it by the team viewer. Put your team viewer onto your computer, give me a call, and I can go through such as these things, which I did with this chap with the lost or everything, and it's a lot easier. So that's one thing you can do. Right now then, I'll just show you this particular loco now in a minute. If I just go to, where are we, it's up here somewhere, up there, right. I'll just bring this one past, and these are all, now Steve of the Hobby Goblin, he commissioned a lot of wagons, stuck on Trent type wagons, which I've got most of now. So I'll actually just show you what they actually are. Yeah. Most of them are all dapples. You just had them all redone. So there we've got Chapley Whitfield, which is a pit. Shelton Iron Bar, that's at the Iron Steel Works. It's a coal one there. Sneed Colliery there, and 2 Potteries wagons there. So those are the wagons I've got done. Just bring it round here for a minute. Wait till it comes round here, till it finishes where I want it. So that's what I've done with those. Now then, what I've got to do is actually for a minute, I've just got to change this around a minute. Let's come round here where it is. If you haven't got the particular one you want in there, then it won't work. So this is my turntable. This is another one the chap's just given me a problem with. What it actually is, he says when I press the button, the turntable goes twice. It moves 2 points instead of 1 point, or one position, let's put it that way. So I said, what it is, I've given him the information what he's got to do. Well, I haven't done it up ever since, but if you go to here, and go to here, go to here, there is turntable timer. You'll find it's most of all in 19.3. That is 2 positions. So what you've got to do is get a stopwatch. You can usually find that on your phone. What you do then is if I come out of here, and actually I'll have to move up here a little bit. So I'm going to do all this. Right now then, what you got then is, see the turntable there. What you do is you start the turntable off like this. Now when it stops on the dwell, as it's called, which is there, you stop it. Like that. I did 2 there instead, but that's how you do it. You then check that time. So as mine on this, it runs at 8. So what I've got now is if I just come off here a minute, all I have to do with that now is I can just press the button and it'll go 1, then 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But what I've done with mine is I've made a load of programs. If you look at this now, which is here, this is it here, like that. So this one's 7, that is where it comes in off the main line, off there. So what I do then is I do programs as you do, like you do when you're doing your trains. That is number 1. So I say like main to 1, right? Then main to 2, then main to 3, 4, 5. I've done that. So once I've done all them programs, which will be sitting up here in here, up in the top here, I then, of course I can do this with Pro, you can only do this bit with Pro. Then what I do is on each one, so I've done it one way, then I do it, put it in reverse, make it go back up again, and give it another program there. So these are all taking the track back to the main line. And that's how I do it. I do not use this whatsoever, because what you look at it when you've got a Hornby turntable, you've got, if you look at it, it's got 14 positions. You've only got 12. There's 2 missing. Same as here. I've got a track there. Now I can't put a track up there because there's no, in the program thing, in the planning, you can't put it, so I have to put it there. That I know that there's a track there. So that's how you've got to do them. So I just press these buttons now and they just work on their own. So that's how I do my turntable. Right, so just to finish off, I will just do a couple of runs on these 2 particular trains here. Now, as you know, I can run my trains manually, I can run them by the programs, I can run them by scheduling, I can do it any way I want. It's how I feel on the day. If I just want to sit up here and watch the trains, I just put it in scheduling and let it run all the ones I've got, which is actually to take that out of there over to there, that one round to here to the station and back again, that one back into there, then that one goes, then that one goes, and then actually in fact I can get that one go afterwards. So I can just sit here and just watch them, drink a cup of coffee, no problem at all. So I can please myself. And that's the thing, you please yourself however you want to run your railway. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to run the Mallard. Now this has got, it is an old Mallard. I had this from Hattons actually many years ago. I've now converted it to HM7000. So I'll just do this now. Because the decoder is sitting in there. So what I have to do is wire from there into there for the speaker. But also what I've done is where it links there, that little slot thing they put in, I put links from this loco onto the tender. So I've got a complete circuit across, which you can't normally do with most locos. There it goes. The sound comes off this is beautiful. I think we've gone around 3 times. That's it, mate. That should be the last one. Here it comes. Also, I usually run these to get them warmed up before I look at that. That's not where it's supposed to park. That's where it's supposed to park. But if it let this train go a few times, it'll have to go back to where it should be there. So that's done that. Passengers get out. The loco gets turned off. And that's that one. Then I'll do the HM rail. There's the driver getting in. Puts the cab lights on. Doing the primers. This particular loco is this is a Batman. This is sound already. I've got 2 or 3 done like that. You find most HM7000, most of the sounds are all the same. All the function numbers are all the same. Now, the cab light will go out as it moves up. There we go. You hear the wagons clanging. You can add some of these in if you've got them in, but this one's already got them in. He'll come round next time just to stop. You see those on my Foxridge wagons, or Stoke-on-Trent wagons. As I say, I'm using Steve's at the Hobby Goblin on Tuesday mornings. The thing is with these locos, I've got 70 odd now. They all work differently. Some behave themselves and some don't. So some of them are good at programs and some aren't. Here we go. Well, now what it'll do now, turn the engine off, then the lights will go off, then the cab, then the driver gets out. I should do. It doesn't work that time, but it does work. And that's all they are. You say I've got other things in here, a little boy there, the camera, I've got the police box, I've got all sorts of things in here, such as my fiddle yard over there. I can turn them on and off, or if I change these points, where are we? There, if I change the points, it turns up because the track is going around the back and not getting into them fiddle yards there. So all I do is turn the points back again and the fiddle yard comes on again. So if anybody wants me at any time, I'm always here. My phone number is 01782 302194. My email address is there, just below, down there. Call me at any time. I'm usually always here. Just say most probably Tuesday morning. I might not be here, but after dinner at any day, I'm always here, any road. Anything to do with rail master or any problems you see with the trains or your track plans or points, anything like that, I'm only glad to help. So please give me a call and I'll see you again soon. Bye.